Welcome to JoyNews Today. We're coming to you live from our studios in Kokomlemle. We're on DTT because we're free to air on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 125. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Coming up this afternoon, it's Christmas Day, and Christians the world over are commemorating the day in remembrance of the birth of Christ. Here in Ghana, President Akufo-Addo is using the occasion to urge citizens to ensure peaceful elections next year. Also this afternoon, Christmas cheer turns to despair as a devastating fire ravaged more than 70 shops at Medina Junction. More as the fire service recommends redevelopment of the area as key to solving the rampant fire outbreaks. Plus amazing prizes for winners of various activities ranging from cooking, competitions, lime and spoon race, musical chairs and more. 24 hours at the biggest family outdoor event, the Joy Party in the Park. Join the party train at the Burin Botanical Gardens on December 26th for a fun-packed family time this Christmas. And Efwa Santua demands her voice back as she crosses 24 hours in her sing-a-thon record. We'll bring you live a set of her performance still ongoing at the Aviation Center. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X Spaces via JoyNews on TV. My personal handle is @Danana Aisha. Please do stay for details. Assemblyman for the Denkyira Balorgonno area says he's working round the clock to ensure calm is restored in his area after 4 persons died following a clash between land guards numbering about 30 and residents of Denkyira Balorgonno in the South municipality of the Greater Accra region. Several others who sustained machete and gunshot wounds remain in critical condition and are receiving treatment in the hospital. Here is the Assemblyman Ebenezer Ahoto's account of what transpired.
The community is living in fears, especially Denkyira electoral area. Tebu, Balorgonno, Ayim are living in fears because according to information that I gathered yesterday, that the Langas are coming for revenge, serious one. So I don't know, yesterday night they also came, but seriously they ran through the community with the shoot of gunshot mercilessly in the air and they ran away. So we don't know when they are coming. So the community, the youth, the men and other women in the community have run away because they don't know when these people will come again and attack us. Appealing to IGP, Dr. Dampari, that any moment from now, you send in a reinforcement to beef up the security situation in Denkyira police station. 1, the police personnel at Denkyira don't have logistics to deal with the people at this area. 1, the police personnel, they don't have their vehicle. And the number of policemen at Denkyira police station is few. So he needs to make sure that he increase the number of police personnel and give them the logistics that they will need to handle the situation of Langas in this electoral area. So I'm appealing to IGP that immediately, right now, we should beef up situation in the area because yesterday to this night, the level of gunshot that we are experiencing in our area here is beyond control. In fact, we are afraid. We are at risk. If you ask, I'm talking to you now. I don't know whether they will trace me to my house to attack me and kill me. So yesterday, I have to have vacated this house. I slept in a hotel that pays about 200 Ghana cedis a night. I have to come home this morning to see the welfare of my people. So I'm appealing to IGP that he should come on board immediately to address the situation in Denkyira electoral area, precisely Tebu, Balorgonno, Ayim, and its environs. Your name? I'm Honorable Ahoto Ebenezer, Assembly Member elect for Denkyira electoral area.
He has been giving updates of the security situation in the area.
Community members that they launched an attack on them at the nearest community called Ayim and then Balorgonno community. It took me around 1:30. I have to ride there to see what is happening. My intervention at the place, I realized that there was a group of Langas around this community being placed there by one flight company who they are caretakers of that land. So before I went there, they attacked an Okara man.
Christmas cheers today turned to despair as a devastating fire ravaged more than 70 shops at the Medina Junction. This is a third occurrence this year and the fifth within 2 years. Although the cause is not yet known, it was established in previous incidents by the police that it was as a result of arson and reprisal attacks by different factions that live in that area. The affected structures primarily composed of metal containers serving as shops, homes and scrap dealers fell victim to the flames. Assistant Divisional Officer ADO 2 at the Public Relations Department of the Ghana National Fire Service, Alex Kingnati, says redeveloping the area is the surest way of averting the rampant fire outbreaks.
And these quarters, most of them stay there illegally, and you hardly even have access to walk through because for every little space available, they take an opportunity to mount their containers and their kiosks over there. And once they do that, they don't, and they need to tap power. Most of the time, they don't get qualified electricians. And they probably ask among themselves, oh, who can do this? And then maybe someone can say, oh, I can join the YST, I can join the YST. And that's what most of the time causes these things. Our station over there has intensified their education among the people there. From what I gathered out from our people at Medina, they said the people have now been very receptive towards them. That's why this time around you realize that the fire didn't spread to the places being inhabited by people, by other the shop owners over there. So as it stands now, we don't think it might be arson. We think it might be an electrical fault, and our station are taking all these things into consideration to come up with a strategy going into next year. Well, a redevelopment of the area will be a step in the right direction, because obviously, because these are quarters and they don't adhere to any safety precaution over there, it becomes a challenge. So once the place is redeveloped and the right things are done over there, I think it will be, to help in, reducing or eliminating such fires in the future.
He's been advising the public on how to avoid fire outbreaks, especially during the festive season. Our
advice to the public is that as much as they take their security concerns seriously, they should do well to take their safety concerns also seriously. And we are in a season where the Christmas season is known for a lot of fires. Last year, between 21st and 26th December alone, we recorded over 226 fires just these 2 days. So it's a very worrying trend. And so far, apart from the major fire we went to arrest, we are hoping that we shouldn't go to any other major fires. And we are hoping for a reduction in fires this year within this daily tide as compared to last year.
President Akufo-Addo says his government has been able to steer the country out of the most difficult economic situation it found itself in the past 3 years, but says the country is not completely out of it yet. In his Christmas message to Ghanaians, he urged the citizens to help ensure a free, fair and transparent elections next year.
Fellow Ghanaians, I'm particularly glad that our nation has turned the corner. Following 3 difficult years we, and indeed the world, have faced. Inflation is being reined in, we're experiencing a relatively stable exchange rate, and growth in our economy is rebounding. We continue to attract investments, domestic and foreign, reinforcing our position as the gateway to Africa, and we remain a beacon of democracy, peace and stability in Africa. The country is not yet completely out of the woods, but there is a growing sense of confidence that with hard work and determination, Ghana will make it, and collectively, we will secure our futures. In this period, as we open our country up to the thousands and thousands of visitors who are celebrating Christmas with us. December in GH, now being a global event, I appeal to all of you to exhibit at all times the proverbial Ghanaian hospitality for which we are famed. Let us leave a positive, lasting impression on them, which will help ensure that our country's tourism potential is enhanced for the benefit of our nation's socioeconomic and cultural growth. Next year is an important year in our democratic journey. We will hold on 7th December 2024 the 9th general election in the history of the Fourth Republic, which has witnessed the longest period of stable constitutional governance in our entire history. We all have a duty to conduct ourselves in such a manner that we have a free, fair, and transparent election that will enable the Ghanaian people choose, in peace and serenity, the person and persons who will manage their affairs on their behalf for the next 4 years. I'm confident that yet again, Ghanaians will rise to the occasion and reinforce the status of Ghana as a bastion of democracy on the African continent. For my part, I will always be grateful to Almighty God and to you, the Ghanaian people, for allowing me to serve you. I remain committed to the mandate you freely gave me and will use the last year of my stay in office to do all in my power to continue to help create a free and prosperous nation of opportunity.
We're still on Christmas. Some Christians were in church this morning to commemorate the birth of Christ. JoyNews has been speaking to some of them. While some are finding joy in this year's celebrations, others are expressing the increased cost of living has affected their Christmas this year.
We're enjoying it because it is the celebration of the birth of Christ, as when God condescended on this earth to become flesh. So the essence of Christian on Christmas should be celebrated. So we are celebrating with all joy. And now the meaning to the celebration is what is important. In fact, the celebration brings to bear when God became flesh, when God decided to come upon this earth to save us. And for us, it's a great deal celebrating Christmas. So having that mindset, I think it will go a long way to help everybody.
This year Christmas is normal for me. I'm thanking God for how far He has brought me, for the whole year, taking care of me, my family, my church members, everybody. So I'm just very grateful to God, and everything is going on well to me.
I think basically Christmas is about showing love, and whatever God did for us, that is sending His Son to come die for us. We as individuals would also have to replicate same. So in church, we'll make sure that we reach out to the vulnerable, the less privileged, those who are widowed. This is a time to show them love. It's a season, so we have to take advantage of it and reach out to them so far.
Nothing is going to stand in our way, right? Okay. And also, can you compare last year or the previous celebrations to this year? What do you think about this year's celebration?
I think we all know the situation in the country. The economy hasn't been all that, but the government is trying to do what they can do.
I think the aim is to grow from glory to glory. And last year's celebrations were quite good. This year we are looking forward to celebrating with others as well and giving out gifts to those that we can reach out to. So for me, this year's Christmas, it's good. It's good. I would say the Lord has been gracious all throughout the year. He has provided and He has been gracious unto us. We can't get all what we want, but the Lord has been faithful. So we'll say this year's Christmas should certainly be one of the best.
Well, this Christmas, I would say last year's Christmas was better than this year's Christmas, but the year has not yet ended, so I'm expecting more. But then the Christmas spirit is not really there as compared to last year. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's because of a lot of things that have been happening in the country and all. But then,
Can you mention some, please?
Prices going high, people dying here and there, people stealing from each other and all those things. But then, I feel like the year has not ended, so there's more to it. And then,
So cost of living has affected your Christmas this year?
not my Christmas per se, but then I feel like everyone's Christmas as a whole, because today the number in church was not really encouraging and everything.
About the time.
Okay, mommy, how
Oh, fine. Message here, Bolly. Okay, you were a hello, Eba. No offense, one of me share. One year, all we are people join the Christmas. It's nice. Okay? Every village and children and old ladies all we join the Christmas. We are thank God. Okay?
CEO of the Ghana Library Authority has successfully filed his nomination to contest in Sawan Medwejiri NPP parliamentary primaries at the party's regional head office in Koforidua. Hayford Sian's attempt to file his nomination in the constituency hit a snag following the constituency election committee's decision to abandon their office. Correspondent Kofi Sian reports.
The Library Authority boss was first compelled to procure the nomination forms from the regional office in Koforidua after the same committee denied him access. The aspirant, together with his supporters, made up of constituency youth organizers and delegates, were left disappointed when they met an open, empty constituency office with chairs when they went to submit their nomination. Neither the constituency party chairman, his deputy secretary, the chairperson of the constituency elections committee, nor members were in the office to receive the forms, even though they were duly notified.
The party office, the place is open, but there is nobody here. So as per the party's guidelines provided in this document, we will head to the region because we believe that this is one of the obstructions for us participating in the parliamentary primaries. So with my team, we are going to Koforidua. The committee is headed by the chairperson of the electoral committee. This morning I have called him several times. He didn't pick. At 8:36, I sent him a text message that I will be presenting the forms. As of now, I haven't gotten any response, so I decided to proceed to come to the party office.
Authorities in the Chirpone district of the Northeast region say they are mobilizing civilian volunteer individuals to take over the provision of public services in the Winchiki and Dambo communities. This is after renewed chieftaincy clash last month forced many professional public sector workers to flee. Schools and health centers have remained closed whilst socioeconomic activities are yet to resume. Speaking after meetings with the feuding factions, Regional Minister Yedana Zakaria directed the district chief executive to, in the meantime, solicit the support of competent community members to replace the fleeing government workers. Correspondent Elias Tanko was there for JoyNews.
More than a month after violent chieftaincy conflict broke out between two Anofo tribal factions, the Jabus and Fombrons here in Winchiki, socio-economic activities are still far from being restored. Schools and health facilities remain closed, farmlands abandoned, and many other public services still unavailable. The violence was said to have erupted after angry Jabu youth in Dambu blockaded and attacked the Fombron chief of Winchiki, who was on his way to attend a political event in Nalirgu. The chief and his driver, however, managed to escape, but not until the pickup truck they were traveling with was extensively damaged by the irate Jabu youth. Upon his return, his supporters allegedly launched a deadly counter-attack on houses and properties of the Jabus in Winchiki. At least 7 people were killed and over 20 houses set ablaze, including houses that were rented out to and occupied by teachers, nurses, and other government workers. In one of such houses located near the community market, 2 teachers, a male and female, had their properties in their rooms completely incinerated. attackers also attacked another house occupied by a nurse. The room of the nurse and her livestock pen raided and the animals looted. Following the attack, all public sector workers then fled the community and vowed never to return.
The rooms for teachers who are not natives, people who are from the south, we have burned them, including their properties. Naturally, you don't expect these people to be happy. So I'm not surprised that they have actually deserted the place.
The regional minister Yidana Zakari, speaking to Joy News after leading members of the Regional Security Council to the community, described the development as regrettable and painful. Mr. Yidana also revealed that as part of interim measures in response to the mass exodus of public sector workers in the community, he had issued a directive to the district chief executive to search and enlist competent individual volunteers to replace the professionals with the provision of some public services.
So I was just talking to this chief executive to see what we can do and get the natives involved. Because when schools will open in January, we don't expect to see these schools close.
Over 60 African journalists have been equipped with information on reporting child health promotion, immunization and nutrition in their respective countries. The journalists drawn from West and Central Africa, including Madagascar, spent 3 days hearing from health specialists from the Children-Centered International Humanitarian Organization, United Nations Children's Fund UNICEF, and Togolese-based organization Africa Media Network for the Promotion of Health and Environment. Ramapsen and MFA Atiamwa Eli was among the journalists who attended this training and has more from the event.
Host country for the SAP Regional Conference, Togo was singled out for mentioning for the remarkable progress it has made in child health promotion. Welcoming participants to the Ramapsen UNICEF First Media Forum on Child Health, Immunization and Nutrition in Africa, the UNICEF country representative to Togo, Haja Aissataba Sidibe, who deputized for the UNICEF Regional Director for West and Central Africa, said child health keeps improving and mobility keeps reducing in Togo. She said as at 2022, quote, 6.3 million infants in the region were not immunized, and more than a third of the children in the region suffered from poor growth due to malnutrition. This, according to her, was worsened by factors such as insecurity, climate change, and COVID-19 pandemic. Madam Ba Sidibe is however optimistic that West and Central Africa have great potentials. She thus enjoined the journalists at the forum to see child health promotion and protection as very critical by using their platforms to create awareness, open up discussions, and support in resource mobilization to addressing issues working against child health promotion. Togolese Minister of Communications and Media Florence Yawa Ahunfa-Kwigan, who spoke on behalf of the Togolese government, underscored the critical role of the media in filling the lack of information and knowledge gap among their audiences and in their respective countries. Madam Kwigan quizzed the journalists, quote, how many of your readers are educated on the importance of vaccinations as one of the most effective and least means costly to prevent disease? Do they know that it plays a crucial role in reducing infant mortality? Are they informed that incomplete vaccination is as problematic as the absence of vaccination because health cannot be partially conceived? The Togolese minister charged the journalists to be catalysts for change in this coordinated movement where all will continue to act in a spirit of solidarity and cooperation for the health of present and future generations in Africa. Some participating journalists share the experience from the forum.
I am Rita Jrabwe. I work for Lux Radio in Liberia, and I also correspond for the Voice of America. I am a Liberian and working in Liberia.
Tell me, what's going to change when you get back home in Liberia, or perhaps even in your office?
I am living right now with a re-energized boost in reporting on health issues, even though I have been reporting on health. But coming to this forum being a part of a gathering of journalists from almost every part of Africa has re-energized me to go back and report deeper into things that affect children, especially when it comes to their health.
I'll take a lot back to Nigeria because this workshop serves as an encyclopedia of knowledge on immunization, nutrition and children's health. I've gained a lot and I will use it in my reportage to improve the issues of children's health.
A lot of journalists don't pay attention to immunization. We look at this as normal routine reporting. But with what we have gotten here, I'm more challenged to go into that area to really help in sensitizing our people, especially the locals, to realize that there is need for them to immunize their children. Because if we do not do that, this is going to fight back on us. Because if you try to keep our children, we'll have less problem with our future. So I need to do more.
There are amazing prizes for winners of various activities ranging from cooking competitions, lime and spoon race, spin the wheel, musical chairs and more. Musicians Efia Kwabena, the Kwampa Band are set to thrill patrons with some good music tomorrow, Tuesday, December 26. Maxwell Agbagba is at the Bri Botanical Gardens for us. He joins us live with more. Maxwell, tell us about the final preparations.
Perfect canopy providing shade and ambience to the many families that will throng here tomorrow for the Joy FM family party in the park. It is a big day for a lot of the families and they cannot wait to be here. The countdown started 2 weeks ago and now we are down to less than 24 hours for this place to be buzzing with activities, with a lot of children, a lot of families around having fun. Last year, I was here on the 26th December, Boxing Day, and there were many families here, hundreds of families were gathered here. They enjoyed music from the various artists who were present. Some of them took part in various competition, cooking competition, lime and spoon race, and many others. A lot of them won prizes and they went home with them. In fact, I went home with a bag of rice and then some cooking oil. Made my Christmas a perfect one. Same thing is going to happen tomorrow, 26th December, here at the Bri Botanical Gardens. Remember that we have various artists lined up who are going to provide some good music. Guess what? We have Efia. Efia is going to take part in this event tomorrow. She's going to be on stage tomorrow and she will serenade the crowd that is going to come here. We also have the Kwampa Band. You know, remember Kwampa Band?
soft archery, we have paintball target shooting, we have beanbag.
We can demonstrate that?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah.
So, or maybe you take us through what you have here.
Okay, so this is a paintball gun. Okay. So this is a mag-fed paintball gun. So it means that it uses a magazine. Most paintball guns, they use what we call a hopper to load the feed, to load the paintballs. But this one uses the magazine. So this is like the latest version of paintball guns you have in the world now. So we have like all the variety of paintball guns here for an amazing paintball target shooting experience. And then also there is soft archery.
Can we try the soft
archery?
Yeah.
Let's try. Sure.
I want us to try.
Some of the headline artists have been speaking about what to expect at tomorrow's event. Efia, the Kwampa Band, and Kwabena Kwabena were hosted by Lexus Bill in the Joy FM studios last Friday.
This is just a teaser, actually. Look, we're going to have them at the Bree Botanical Gardens, and like they rightly said, the kids are going to love it. They've got some for the kids, some for the old folks as well, some for those who want to just, jiggle it and be on the say, oh man, special Jama session.
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
Abo. Challenge. You make I miss my Katanga days.
Fellow.
Oh,
it's always special, It's always special when I have the opportunity to perform for the lovely fans out there. So it's going to be, a time to remember and an exciting moment with the fans and music and high life music. So
awesome.
Yeah, that's what is to expect.
Kwabena, we're excited, man. We just wanted to catch up with you and see if you're ready for the big day for us as well. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on Tuesday at the Bree Botanical Gardens, right?
Most definitely. I sure will be there.
All right. On Boxing Day, you're going to be at the Bree Botanical Gardens as well with us, right?
Yes, we're doing family stuff on Boxing Day with Joy FM. We love you guys, and it's always a pleasure when you invite us to come spend some time with you. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Just try to relax after the hectic, because that tomorrow night is going to be crazy.
Yes, girl. I need to bring you some juice and stuff after that, because, girl, you're going to work it.
Yeah, I'm excited, though.
We're excited.
So everybody go get your tickets. If you haven't gotten it now, you can get it when you get to the venue.
Yeah.
But it's better that you get it before you get there, just in case they run out.
That's true.
So we're looking forward to having you. Bring your girls, bring your girls, bring your boys, bring your family.
Yeah.
It's going to be a banger.
So definitely, if you haven't gotten a ticket for your family, just do that now. We have tickets available at Joy FM, and also you can get some at the venue. Now, it's day 2 of Ifwa Santua's attempt at breaking the Guinness World Record of the longest singing marathon by an individual after completing 24 hours of continuous singing last night, as Santua started a sing-a-thon early hours of Sunday, December 24, and is expected to finish on December 27, hoping to break the record of Indian Sunil Wangamari, who currently holds the title after singing for 105 hours from March 3 to March 7, 2012. Ifwa is expected to complete her stunt on Wednesday.
They choose hardcore ready made. Akoshe to kroma, munyanya ni akoshe to krom, akoshe to krom, akoshe to krom. Sawo shushami, wehumia, mi shedu krom, mi wodem. Inti sawo, wehumia, mi shedu krom, mi wodem. Ni akoshe. Tokrom, yani pakoshe mia, yakosha bi. Tokrom, yani pakoshe mia, muyen yani pakoshe tokrom, akoshe tokrom, akoshe tokrom.
All the best to Ifwa, who is supposed to finish this on Wednesday. We are solidly behind you. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll bring you business.
Hello again, welcome to the business segment on JoyNews Today with me, Pius Kojo Baka. Some stakeholders in the hospitality industry have called for a proper structuring of the December in Ghana celebration to spread activities for the entire month. According to some hotel managers, most of the activities in December are centered in the last week of the month, defeating the purpose of attracting tourists for the entire duration in Ghana. Speaking to Joy Business, the managing director of Labadi Beach Hotel, David Eduafo, said the celebrations can be extended beyond 1 week to encourage more spending.
December in Accra, or let's say in Ghana, has always been, since 2019, has been a wonderful, sight to behold. That the Ghana Tourism Authority got right with the year of return and then the beyond the return is working, but there's more to be done to sustain it. Otherwise, it will get to a point that it will fizzle out. So they need to solidify it. Currently, yes, the numbers are there, but it's all centered at the last week of December and then just 3 days of January. Okay, so you are busy, super busy, just the last week of December. Every activity is at the last week of December. I would love to see it staggered so that if it is a December thing, then right from the word go, from 1st December, there are activities lined up that will encourage people to have events and to zoom into the main Christmas activities and, of course, the New Year activities. But as we speak now, everybody wants to come from the 27th of December up to the 3rd of January. How possible that you can contain all these people in the number of hotels we have here? So it becomes very difficult, and so it becomes a challenge for those coming. They can't get proper accommodation because the hotels are full for that period. But if it's staggered, and so some will go, some will come, you know, there should be a proper planning and proper activities lined up, and everybody will have the fair share. So December becomes like a pilgrimage period, you know.
It was a happy and refreshing moment at the Asokwa Children's Hospital in Kumasi as management of Promasido Ghana Limited gifted indisposed children at the hospital. In celebration of the festive season, the food and beverage giant donated nutritional products and stationery in promotion of good health and well-being for the children. More in this report.
Santa Claus making an entry into the Asokwa Children's Hospital. Loaded with souvenirs and products of Promasido, children at the hospital received food and beverage products and stationery. From one ward to the other, the company gifted both in and out patients of the hospital. The event forms part of activities arranged by the company in celebration of the festive season. Gifted Darko is the brand executive of Promasido Ghana Limited.
The festive season is all about giving back to society. I believe giving back in the small way you can goes a long way to improve upon the lives of people. So we decided to embark on this project just to put this smiles on the children's faces, because why not? They are our primary audience. They've been riding with us for over 25 years. So what better way to put smiles on your faces than to come and give back to them? We donated children's toys. We also donated some of our products, Yamvita, Twisco, and Cowbell. And Asokwa is very special to us. You know, it's a children's home, and it's not particularly selected for any reason, but to give back to the children.
The Asokwa Children's Hospital is one of the pediatric care centers in the region, existing for more than 15 years. Management of the hospital says the gesture would invigorate the indisposed children. Thomas Ayembila is Deputy Administrator at the Asokwa Children's Hospital.
It's been a motivation to some of the wards that were at the ward. You know, some of them were not feeling well, but seeing this gift motivated them. So we are praying that God will cushion Promasido Ghana Limited in terms of business-wise to always extend their helping hands to kids like this in Christmas festive season like this to put smiles on their face.
For parents of these wards, the donation came at an opportune time.
Oh, my daughter is sick today and we didn't expect to receive anything from Santa, but upon coming here to seek medical attention, Santa gifted us this and we are so grateful, and may God replenish everything they gave us today.
Baby nyama baby to say books and baby we and young vita and your money does so lucky and any birthday and then so and that's answer your Christmas and my cable for Christmas gift.
Meanwhile, the Promasidor Ghana Limited is confident of serving the country with the best food and beverages. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
And that's it for business. I am Pius Kojubaka. More after this break.
Merry Christmas, folks. Of course, it's a season of love and giving, and so I'm imploring all of you to give someone something today, okay? Make someone smile as we are celebrating Christmas today. Now, the stage is set, sound check, lights positioned for the biggest night concert in the Garden City, Night with the Stars. Now, revelers are in for a good musical treat by some of Ghana's greatest music acts, including the maestro, Kojo Enchi. I'm talking about also the Terminator King, Promise, Kofi Kinata Akwabwa, and the Galdem Sugar Kitty. Emmanuel Bright-Kweku visited the Ratri Park in Kumasi, where preparations are underway for an unforgettable music night.
In some few hours to a night of unforgettable music and dance. Well, I'm talking about the Night with the Stars happening right here at the Ratri Park in Kumasi. Well, as you can see in your shots, the chairs and tables have been arranged, the stage has been mounted, the lights have been positioned, and definitely the sound has been checked for an electrifying performance from some of Ghana's greatest and biggest and even finest musical acts. I'm talking about Kofi Kinata, the music maestro himself, the legendary Kojo Enchi. We have Kitty, the Galdem Sugar also on the bill. We're having Akwabwa Jr. He's promising an electrifying performance, and also definitely the Terminator. I'm talking about King Promise. So let's have an interaction with the organizers of this program to find out how prepared are we for the night. Eric, I can see the chairs have been arranged. The stage where we are currently is almost in shape. What is the preparation so far?
Preparation has been good. We started the setup last week. So that was when the stage was mounted. This was done yesterday, as in the arrangement of the VVIP.
Now, some Ghanaian celebrities showed up at the Akwaba village to support Ghanaian entrepreneur Efua Asantewa, who is attempting to break the longest singing marathon by an individual. Now, the likes of Nana Mama Brown, Sister Ifia Sinaso, Clemento Suarez, Loyanti, and Obi Amponsa, who's a comedian, among the few who have demonstrated immense support for Efua Asantewa. Now, a large number of Ghanaians have also trooped to the venue in support of Asantewa's world record attempt, with patrons jamming to every tune, and there are lots of well-wishers on social media as well. Notably amongst them is the Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who wrote in a social media post, quote, wishing Efua Asantewa Edionum all the best as she takes on the challenge of breaking the sing-a-thon record set by Indian singer Sunil Wagner. Now, your passion and talent shine brightly, and I'm confident you'll definitely make history. Keep shining your heart out. We are with you. End of quote. Now, if things go as anticipated, Asantewa is expected to reach and break the world record on Thursday morning. And so far, she's done about 34 hours. So yeah, we are really rooting for her. We're hoping that she's able to go the whole 4 days as she has planned to do. But also, let's talk about Shatawale, who has congratulated Stonebwoy. But yeah, that's all I'll tell you for now, okay? I'll tell you more in our subsequent bulletin. Aisha.
Definitely. And we wish Asantwa all the best.
That's right.
For putting him out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good girl. You have what it takes. That's how we wrap
right.
up the bulletin this afternoon. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Log on to myjoyonline.com. There's more of the news on and updates of all the developing stories when you log on. And do enjoy the rest of our programs.